Welcome back, guys, to another part for YouTube. So we're going to continue our leveling of this character. And this is our Warlock, Destruction, on retail. So, I have a little experience playing Warlock. I don't have too much experience playing Warlock, to be perfectly honest with you. But the class fantasy and the lore has always fascinated me, especially the fact that it's all spooky occult crap. I'm a sucker for that stuff. Hence this.
I require a target.
So we're in Duskwood currently. We were getting ganked by a bunch of like Horde high level. I'm usually a Horde player, so still under attack. So I imagine the Horde is still around. So we're probably going to get our ass handed to us a few times. But that's why we're queuing for LFD rather than just pure questing, because that was the problem. Like, so we were queuing for LFD, so we were pure questing and getting our butt kicked because every time we tried to hand a quest in, we were getting murdered. Getting murderized by some max level Horde because, you know, somehow being killed by max level Horde or, well, max level players in general makes them feel better about themselves. Who knows? But if you're just joining me, thank you for tuning in. My name's Aaron. I do daily streams of World of Warcraft, usually casual leveling, and then eventually we go and do some Halo Reach, because I'm currently playing through a Halo Reach campaign as well. So, it looks like we're doing Uldaman. Let me just open another beer while we'll load it in anyway, because the instances load pretty instantly on this computer. Let's open another beer. This is the Caledonian Dukas ale, so it's a Scottish ale again. I believe they're brewed in Edinburgh. Yeah, it's brewed in Edinburgh. Quality ale.
Talk to me. Watch your back.
Hell, what's on your mind?
Every time I drink anything from Caledonian, especially Dukas, I am reminded of just spending time in Scotland with my family.
I need to target something
And
first.
being as I'm currently in where we are still in lockdown. So
I didn't have a target.
I appreciate if you're coming in to watch, the chat's going to be quiet because we don't have many viewers at all. We're usually getting maybe one or two currently. The reason for that being is I'm a relatively new streamer, and I'm still working out the kinks of my content in terms of what's going to be worth watching for people and what's going to be worth people's time. So, again, I appreciate anything in terms of the viewership at the moment, because I appreciate that I might not be the best content creator out there. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better content made so that it's more entertaining for you guys. At the end, this is the whole point of this is that I want to have fun doing this, and I don't want it to be about viewership and about monetization or anything. I'm having fun streaming, and I have quite a large following on Instagram, over 1,000 followers. And it will be interesting to see if I can migrate across some of those across to watch me stream.
I didn't have a target.
But thank you to anyone who is tuning in or has tuned in over the last couple of hours with us. It's great to see that people are actually engaging with the content somewhat, no matter how great or small that is. So this is Revelosh, the Trog guy. So this is one of those interesting dungeons because this is clearly supposed to be Titanic, but like as in Titans, not the film. That'd be weird. Surely the Titanic, if there's a Titanic dungeon, it's more of Souls. there's a nod to Indiana Jones here when you assemble the staff and it fires the beam. I'm pretty sure that's an Indiana Jones reference. Is that a freaking JoJo reference? One thing I mentioned it earlier in stream, but one thing that looks really exciting currently is how Torghast is looking. I really hope Torghast is as interesting as they make it seem. With an ever-changing dungeon environment, what I would really, really enjoy seeing is, because it's supposedly ever-changing and never the same, I want to see Torghast, with each patch as it evolves, I want them to add more and more ever-changing parts so that the randomization works so well in your advantage, because then if every patch adds just even a few assets or bosses or a few mobs or a few areas or a few different art assets to the dynamic of Torghast, then that means that you're never ever going to get 2 of Torghast in a row, because it's never going to be too familiar, because they could alter or add more every single patch, and it wouldn't be too hard. As the art assets would already exist, it would just be about iterating on that and making sure there was interesting segments, content, or encounters that are added every single patch, and I think that would be awesome. If they can pull that off in Torghast really well, that's going to be some incredibly interesting, repeatable content. I'm really excited. I have opted in for beta, obviously, but it's in alpha currently, so. And the question of will I see Shadowlands before the end of the year? I think we will. I think they'll make good. I think based on what we're seeing right now, it looks, what's been published is incredibly polished. And because of the level of polish on it, I want to say that they are well on their way to having that game ready for us, or at least most of it currently. So we're not going to have another WoD where we're going to lose raid tiers. We're not going to have another content drought. I think they've learned from their mistakes, but also some of this expansion does seem like the community were right. The expansion. And when I say that, I mean the community were right in terms of, well, we want these abilities, we want these things, and we're not happy they got taken out. So the unpruning is a massive thing. Personally, for me, the idea of unpruning abilities is super good, because I don't like the idea of my class becoming too simple. I want to be able to enjoy my class, and I want there to be nuance, and I want there to be intricacy. I want there to be a skill, not a skill gap, but, you know, somebody who crafts a rotation that's not cookie cutter. Somebody who plays to each advantage and has a really enough room to grow their play style within their certain play style. So, a play style within a play style, if you will. So, destruction, prioritizing a single target. What within the unpruning will give me that edge in single target, or if I want to go more slightly more AoE oriented, then is there room within that for within the unpruning, and do I get more to do with AoE? Does it open up more doors of a combo with other abilities? I want to see interesting abilities for all specs become baseline. So I want Shadow Bolt to be baseline for all Warlock specs. I want Chaos Bolt, really. I think Chaos Bolt would make a great baseline for all specs. Just my opinion. I think Chaos Bolt could be used in most specs, especially as a cooldown. So you drop one of those in when you've got a prop for it, or if you're playing. So, for example, if you're playing Affliction and you've got so many, have it interact differently based on your spec too. So, excuse me. So, say you have Affliction and you've got all your cursors. Have a thing where if you cast Chaos Bolt when all your cursors are on, it gets additional damage or does something else like stuns or something to the target. That'd be cool. Reward skillful play with combos. And I think that, well, the reason I say that is make it so that it encourages people to just play their class to the best of their ability, rather than just face roll it. And but oh, okay, well if I just spam this and spam this and spam this, I'm going to get a proc, which means I'm going to get a massive crit off this. You know, make it formulaic, but make it so that to be in that zone where you can execute a formula, there is a skill gap. So, like for example, maybe even make it so people who optimize their stats, you know, so yeah, okay, this is a winning combo, this is really great, but also if you don't have enough critical strike, you're not going to see a benefit from casting X spell in between. You know, make it so that there's enough room to make every single player play their class and make it their own. That's, if you ask me, that's what's important. It's this game, and in this game, it's make it your own. It's the world of Warcraft, not the cookie cutter specs of Warcraft. I know we've got guides like there's Theory Crafters, there's Icy Veins, you know. And sure, do I look at Icy Veins for talent recommendations? Yeah, of course I do. Do I look at it for rotation recommendations? Sure I do. I mean, only when I've never played the class. If I've played the class extensively, like I have the Warrior, then I don't feel like I need that to tell me, oh, this is a prot ability, this is not a prot ability. For me, I think that some people use the Icy Veins model as, well, I have to play the spec this way. Really, it's recommendations, and it's based off theory crafting, it's based off number crunches and sims, which is fine, but if it's not suited to your playstyle, then don't do it. You know, do your own thing.
Too far away.
Sorry guys, we are getting tired. We have been streaming for 2 hours.
I need to target something first. I do not have a target. I require a target. By Thoris of Spear, slay them.
See, this is the Dark Iron. So you're a Dark Iron killing a Dark Iron, but then you have to remember that within the Dark Iron you have got splinters. And I've just said Dark Iron way too much in that sentence. Dark Iron. Sorry about that, just lowering myself down a little.
I do not have a target. I need to target something first. I am out of range. I do not have a target.
Grimlock? Grimlock? Yeah, me Grimlock, me King. Main Ogre unlock all Men are Kings.
I need to target something first.
Do you know what I think I'm going to do after we've done this dungeon? I think I'm going to stream some Halo Reach. And I think I'm going to stream multiplayer rather than campaign. Maybe I do campaign, I don't know. Honestly, I've been using this tank for like a year and it's one of the smoothest vapes I've ever got, which is the Vandy Vape Kylin M. The mesh rebuildables, I love these tanks. They're great. Also, the sweet nicotine. I'm not suggesting nicotine's good for you, I'm just saying it's good for my soul. Just like alcohol fixes my inside boo-boos. I've got a bubblegum candy vape flavour coming soon. I think tomorrow probably it'll be arriving.
I require a target. I do not have a target. I need to target something first.
It's like the discs of Northern Army or something.
I require a target. I need to target something first. I do not have a target. I require a target. I need to target something first. I do not have a target. I require a target.
music on their streams. Now, I appreciate small streams aren't going to get hunted down for music, but the fact I upload to YouTube means they're going to get copy strikes. Which is why I don't do it. Once we've got enough stream people watching, subscribers, what I will probably start doing is Q&A stuff as well. That'd be cool.
I need to target something first.
I really want to make a Blood Elf monk in Shadowlands called, and I want it to be a Venthia vampire-themed one, and I want to make it called Dio Brando. Give him the spiky hair and have a load of JoJo references.
Who dares awaken Arcadus? Who dares the wrath of the Bakers? Awake, ye servants! Defend the discs!
I do not have a target.
To my side, brothers! For the Makers!
I cannot carry more. My inventory is full.
Let's do the whole out and in teleport. Just, you know, gotta go quickly out and in. Ooh woo.
Require a target. What's on your mind? Off with you.
What can I do for you? Watch your back.
What's happening? See you soon.
So we've got some quests to hand in here. For old Bale done here.
Need help? Going on, right?
I want to go with Dark Pact on that row. I feel this is going to be a good absorb. I mean, it might not be the best or most optimal, but for me, that I like that utility of having an absorb shield. Okay, so we got to a decent, got through a decent amount of leveling there on this Warlock. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this stream for WoW, and we're going to come back with Halo Reach in about 10 minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in, or thank you very much for watching on YouTube. Your viewership is appreciated. If you like what you see, give us a like, give us a comment. Subscribe to us on Twitch, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram. Your viewership is much appreciated. Anything you would like to say or ask me, I will be checking most of the comments, so thank you so much. And we'll come back with Halo Reach in a bit. So rock on, guys, take care, stay safe, and stay home. Enjoy this isolation.